Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is A Square Maths Made Easy Academy. Now we are considering another phase of differentiation that has to do with roots of what? A function. This time around we are considering where the power of x is greater than the root. In my previous video, I was able to introduce where the powers of x is less than the what? Root. Now, by the end of this question will lead us in two methods. The first one is the normal method, which is a differentiation approach. Then the second one is the shortcut. In case if you are writing a professional exam that has to do with what? Objective or CBT. Now, I want you to cue in into this question. You must understand. Now watch. But before I start, please subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and what? Share. Let's go. Now, this question is this. I want you to watch. Let f be a function such that x map cube root of x raised to the power of what? 5. Now the question is what? Find dy dx. Now how do we start this? I want you to note that x map means what? Y. And y is now equal to cube root of what? X raised to the power of what? 5. Now I'm going to use the normal method first, which is a differentiation method. Now what do we do? I cannot differentiate this root unless I apply the law of what? Indices, by making it a fractional what? Power. Now anytime you encounter cube root of what? 3, it simply means that the power is 1 over what? 3. Then which means this can be written as x raised to the power of 5, then multiply by 1 over what? 3. Are you with me now? So which means root of 3 means power 1 over 3. So which means we'll be having y is equal to, then I have with me here x, right? Then I'll multiply. 5 times 1 will give us what? 5. Then all over what? 3. Are you with me? Then it is now good to go. By what? Differentiation. Can we differentiate? Now, we're differentiating y with respect to what? X. It will give me dy all over what? Dx. Are you with me? Now, how do we differentiate? The first thing is to consider the power. The power is 5 over 3. Are you with me? I will now write 5 over what? 3. Then after that, you repeat the question. The question is x raised to the power of 5 over what? 3, and introduce minus 1 to the what? Power. So if you continue, I will now say dy all over what? Dx is now equal to 5 over what? 3, what? X. Now what do we do to the power? You take the what? LCM. But the best way to do it at ease is just use this 3 down to multiply this one. So 3 times 1 will give us what? 3. So which means the numerator now will now be 5. This 5 minus 3 divided by the denominator, which is what? 3. Are you with me? So in that process, we'll be having this now equal to 5 all over what? 3. Then followed by x. Are you there? Then 5 minus 3 is what? 2. Then all over what? 3. I would have stopped here as the final what? Answer. But in another shape, we can now say that dy all over dx is now equal to 5 over what? 3. Are you with me? Now, how do we describe this? This is a denominator, right? Since it's 3, we call it cube root of what? X. And how do we write it? Look up. Cube root of what? X. Then raised to the power of what? 2. Now, can you observe this? That this time around, the value of x did not appear at the denominator, just like my previous video. The reason is because, remember from the beginning, I was able to say that the power of x is now bigger than the root. And once it's bigger than the root, so there is no need bringing x down to the denominator. Are you with me? Now, this is what we call the normal words method. Now, let's quickly introduce the shortcut and know whether we can get the same thing that we got here. Watch. All right. Now, I want you to watch this now. So, this particular question is for those that are writing CBT exam or professional exam that has to do with objective. Now watch. Now the question is that x map. So x map means y. Are you with me? Then it's now equal to. So the question is cube root of what? X raised to the power of what? 5. Then follow me up. Can we differentiate now? What are we differentiating actually? We're differentiating y with respect to what? X. So which means the result is dy all over what? The x. Are you with me? Now this is now equal to. Then I want you to observe this now. How do we do it? Watch. If you observe the power, what's the power? The power is what? 5. So which means I will write 5 at the numerator over the root. What is the root? 3, which is at the denominator. Are you there? Then finally, repeat the question. And what is the question? Cube root of what? X. Are you there? Raised to the power of what? 5. Be very careful. Now, what do we do? What is the value of the root? The value of the root is what? 3. I will now introduce minus 3 here. Finally, the y all over what? The x is now equal to 5 over what? 3. Then we have cube roots of what? X. Are you with me? Then let's watch. 5 minus 3 will give us what? 2. And that is the final what? Answer. Then my question now is this shortcut, did it correspond with the answer that we got using normal what? Method? The answer is what? Yes. So that is all. Are you with me? So in my next video, we shall be talking about another question, maybe that relates to a particular or a different question under what? Derivative of what? A function. So once again, I remain what? A square. So don't forget to share, then subscribe, comment, and what? Like. See you in my next video. One love. Thank you.